the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, from surviving to thriving, how food can be your secret weapon to fight stress. We'll have a practical guide for you to boost your mood and restore your body's resilience. Beat summer boredom with cool art making, a hands-on project to encourage kids to be creative while unplugging from their devices. And we'll take a look at some incredible transformations when it comes to kitchens and baths. A longtime local home remodeling business will join us with tips on how to get started on your next renovation. It is Thursday, July 10th. Welcome to Quad Cities Live. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. I'm Kyle Keel. Morgan is off. Well, rarely is it ever too early to purchase gifts for your loved ones, especially the kids. The John Deere store in Moline is helping us get in the festive holiday spirit right now with their Christmas in July promotion. Joining us with the details is Paula Zapata Gonzalez with the John Deere store. She's John Deere's e-commerce marketing design lead. Paula, welcome back to the show.
Hi.
Yeah, Christmas in July. It's already here.
Yes, the magic of the holidays is never too early.
No, never too early, even though it's so hot and humid outside. So let's cool off with some great holiday deals. So this is really a good time to either head in store at the John Deere store in downtown Moline, or you can do it from the comfort of your living room as well online.
Yes, if you go to shop.deere.com, you can take advantage of the greatest deals that we have for this summer.
All right, and we've got a lot of good deals that we're going to be talking about, and a lot of different John Deere merchandise as well. So let's talk about the deals, because you've got up to 25% off rather.
Yes.
A lot of the items in your store.
That's right. So we have 25% off on apparel, accessories, and hats, our beloved hats that everyone enjoys. And we have
the
new
John
ones.
Deere hat.
Yes, definitely. We have the quintessential ones as well as other ones, and we have some right here as well. So yeah.
All right, awesome. So yeah, if you want a new John Deere hat, maybe one that you don't have, since the last time you visited the store, come check out the new ones, right?
Absolutely, yes. And we always feature a hat of the month, which is a new hat that you can only get with shop.deere.com or at the store.
All right. Yes. So what is this month's hat? Is it the one on the screen right there?
No, it's not.
Okay.
So it's actually, we did not bring it because it's been very popular from the
Gotta
John
keep
Deere
it in
Classic.
the store. Okay.
So it's a John Deere Classic hat.
Perfect,
and it has this feature where it's cooler when you wear it in the sun and all that, but it's been very popular. But you can probably grab it at the store or online as well.
All right, so maybe take advantage here during the Christmas in July event.
I definitely suggest that.
Yes, most definitely. So you also have 20% off different collectibles and toys, which you brought some of these here today.
Yes.
This is a good collectible right here.
That's right. This is from our Prestige line, and it's all made of cast iron, and it's beautiful. It's one of our most popular tractors back from the fans that know the history, the 4320. So this is all cast iron. It's really great.
All right, 20% off Christmas in July. And then this one right here, this is fun.
Well, this one's 20% off.
Oh, 20% off, 20% off, right. It's the apparel that's 25% off. All right, so this is fun here. You got a little saw here that makes some noise.
That's right. And we have like another part of that collection where it's more like gardening tools, and it's really fun for the kids right now that everybody is gardening.
I got a little 4-year-old at home who hopefully is not watching, because he will want this.
Yeah.
He will want this right now. So you've also got a couple of unique items that you wouldn't think of. I was asking Paula, I'm like, is this a Yeti dog dish and
that is.
or a dog bowl? And
it
sure is.
Yes, so it definitely keeps everything cool if it's water, and definitely an essential right now for the summer. For those puppies, we have 2 sizes on that. We have the smaller one for the smaller babies, and then the larger one for those larger dogs.
Right. Built for the wild, stickers, all the accessories there. All right, so what do we have here?
This is a Bluetooth speaker. I would say it's a summer essential,
Most definitely.
For those jams and jamming sessions.
Out at the pool?
By the pool, yes. And it's waterproof, actually.
Oh, it's waterproof.
Yeah. Definitely, you wouldn't be afraid to have it by the pool.
Perfect. Okay, kids, cover your ears. School is probably a little more than a month away already, but you've got some backpacks up here as well.
We do, yes. So we have those backpacks right there. They have a matching lunchbox.
Oh,
so that's always exciting, and you can actually clip it to your backpack. We have one for girls, and we have also the ones for the fans that are for ag and for construction. So we have that too. And a lunchbox for anyone, really.
Yeah, the lunchbox. I like that
from
lunchbox
Scout.
From Scout, okay. All right, so we've got some big names there. So we want to make sure that everyone knows Christmas in July happening the 14th through the 19th, correct?
That's right, and get that free hat with $20 purchase when you visit the John Deere store Friday the 18th and Saturday the 19th.
Okay, so why should people make their way into the store? Obviously, you know, we can do anything online, we can shop online, but there's just got to be the experience of going in person to the store. I mean, it's just a sea of yellow and green.
Yes, I would say that it's just a must-do for the fans, and we have the pavilion next door. You can visit and just see I would say the magic of John Deere.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm a fan and definitely love being there and just seeing all the things that have that iconic logo.
Yeah, so what do you think is some of the most popular items that people would get this time of year during Christmas and July, maybe thinking ahead to the holidays?
One popular one has definitely been our Yeti items. We even have the Yeti backpack cooler.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then, of course, our hats. We have apparel that is really nice. We have this vintage collection that features logos from back in our different eras.
Sure.
And this is our second round of that collection. It's really great. And we have some really nice shirts that I personally love.
Okay.
Wish I have worn that today.
Yeah, we gotta check all of that out. And you know, I think people are still kind of on that nostalgia train. They just like to have these items that really take them back to their childhood. Look at this toy here. That's cool. A lift a flat book as well that comes with that toy.
Yes.
It's a good one for the kids.
Yeah, so it's like a little combo. This is one of our newest arrivals, and it's more of that green material collection, more sustainable, thinking of recycling, and it has that book as well.
Yeah.
So a little bit of learning and fun at the same time.
That's what makes it great. Yes. Well, again, as we mentioned, the Christmas and July sale at the John Deere store is happening July 14th through the 19th, and you can also visit online at shop.deere.com, or of course, get the full experience as you go into the John Deere store on River Drive in Moline. So be sure to take advantage of all of these July specials. And of course, 1 week from tomorrow, you get a free hat with $20 purchase.
Yes, keep that in mind.
Yes, most definitely. Make that plan now. All right, Paola, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Well, next on Quad Cities Live, are you wanting to update your kitchen or bathroom? We have expert advice from a longtime local home remodeling business who can do just the job. Next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Home remodeling projects are often a big undertaking, and that's why it's important to hire the right professionals who can get the job done and get it done right the first time. Cassini Tile and Stone has been serving the Quad Cities community for more than a century, specializing in bathroom and kitchen renovations. Nick Boyer is the lead journeyman at Cassini, here with more on the business itself, the services they offer, as well as some great advice if you're considering a home remodeling project. Nick, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Kyle.
Yeah, you know, I know it's a busy time of year, so we appreciate you taking a little bit of time here at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
3 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon. So as we mentioned, more than a century in business here in the Quad Cities.
That's correct.
108 years.
That is
impressive.
Correct. That's very impressive. I'm glad I'm just part of it. I'm getting kind of tired.
You're getting kind of tired, but you want to keep going, right?
Yes, we want to keep going. Absolutely. We're in for the long haul.
Yeah. So what do you think makes Cassini so great here in the Quad Cities?
I think we've started out, we're a family-oriented business, and we're all very prideful about our work. We take a lot of pride in our work, and we take a lot of joy in our work too. So I mean, that's a big part of what we like to do.
I mean, that's just part of it. You have to be very prideful and enjoy what you do to keep going.
Right.
Yeah, most definitely. So talk about kind of the methods that you use in your work, because you kind of do old school methods, right?
We do. So a lot of what I learned was stuff that came straight from Italy when they first started doing tile. Of course, the tools have changed, and some of the not so much methods, but the products have changed. But it's always the same thing. I mean, we do an old school pounding in the shower floor, the mosaics. We do a lot of things that typically you don't see the newer companies do.
Yeah, we're looking at some of your work here of the befores and afters, and really what you're doing is you're working to help grow these people's bathrooms and kitchens. I mean, look, that's beautiful, right?
Correct. So yeah, typically we'll come in, we like to start the transformation. We get customers in at least a couple months in advance to get the preparation on all the work started. Preparation is key to start this work. So we'll come in, do a quick tear out, do an assessment of everything, get everything that we need for the job, keep in constant contact with the homeowners to make sure we're doing exactly what they want to do.
Okay, so that's an important thing that we really want to point out is that, you know, a lot of people, you think, okay, I want to redo my bathroom, I want to redo my kitchen, and I want it done now. You can't just call a week in advance and be like, hey, Cassini, come out here, Nick, come out here and do this. You really want several months to really talk over the plan with them. Right,
and that's to keep everything flowing. So we want to keep everybody, you know, in that good state where we can keep everything flowing and the customer's happy, and we can get everything started and complete on time, or at least on schedule, hopefully.
Sure, sure. Okay, so I know that you've got some before and after pictures that we want to kind of walk through the process of what it was like redoing it. So I think we'll get some of those up on the screen. So here we go. This is a little bit of a bathroom here, and it looks quite different before and after.
Right. So of course you can see that it definitely needed an update.
Yeah.
We'll come in there and we hit the ground running. We're going to tear everything out, everything that we need to get out of there. And then we're going to assess the situation again and make sure we got everything we need and go ahead and put everything back together as perfectly as possible.
So how long does a project like this, let's say a smaller bathroom, how long of a time frame is it to get that from start to finish?
So a smaller bathroom would take us anywhere from 3 weeks to a month. Okay. A bathroom of this size, I mean, it could take a little longer. Again, it all comes down to the process itself and getting everything prepared ahead of time. That way we can get everything flowing.
All right, so how long would it take maybe to redo a kitchen?
So redoing a kitchen, it's going to be typically around the same time. You're going to be within 3 to 5 weeks to get everything done. And that's, again, from the tear-out process, coming in from the tear-out process and get everything built and ready for the customer to enjoy.
Okay, so what do you think is the favorite part or the best part about your job?
The best part of my job is seeing the end result and seeing the customer's smiling face and just knowing that they absolutely love what they got.
Yeah, and you kind of mentioned that you don't want this to be a lickety-split type thing. I mean, you really want to listen to the customer and make sure that you are providing them with exactly kind of their vision and you kind of make that vision.
Exactly. Our goal is to make their vision come to life. We want to make everything as perfect as possible for them. And at the same time, we want to make sure that everything goes good for us as well.
Sure, most definitely. So you kind of mentioned, obviously, materials change over time, but what do you think is the one thing that's remained consistent with Cassini, easy for me to say, over the last 108 years?
So I would say it's our strive for, I wouldn't say perfection, but it is perfection that we try to strive for.
Absolutely.
And we are all very meticulous about our work, and we take a lot of pride in what we do. Again, a lot of joy in what we do. So.
All right. And Nick says he likes to be busy, so if you've got a project, be sure to contact Nick and the team at Cassini. You can visit CassiniTile.com to see more before and after transformations of projects that Nick and his team has done. You can also find a full list of their services on the website. Nick, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us today about Cassini.
Thanks a lot, Kyle.
And Stone. Yeah, we appreciate it.
All right.
All right, get back to work.
Thank you.
All right, up next on QCL, stress-fighting foods. What you should eat to boost your mood, regain energy, and go from surviving to thriving. Dietitian Caitlin joins us next.
At Mac.bid, we buy truckloads of customer returns and overstock merchandise. Why pay full price for that dream TV when you can save a ton on Mac.bid? We sell everything from open box to brand new items, all through our online auctions. After you've calmed down from the thrill of winning your auction, you have 3 days to pick it up at that MacBid location. So play it smart. Don't wait for the retailer's big sale. Check us out at the MacBid app or online at Mac.bid today.
This sweater? New? Nope. I've washed it 30 times with Persil. The color's still vibrant for out late, out cold, outside. It's vibrant wash after wash. Clothes look newer for longer with Persil.
You asked for internet with a clear all-in monthly price you can trust. We listened, and we're bringing you a better extreme internet offer. Get Internet 300 with unlimited data usage, no caps, and no overage fees. Plus your essential internet equipment included. And we'll enhance your connection by including powerful Wi-Fi with advanced security features. It's everything you want at an all-in price with no contracts. Just $50 a month for 1 year. Call 844-EXTREME2 today for full details.
Your backyard getaway starts now with savings up to 70% store-wide at The Great Escape. Swim all summer long with a brand new pool. Save thousands. Right now, get $0 one-day installation as low as $79 a month. Save up to 70% on outdoor furniture, dining sets, sectionals, fire tables, plus umbrellas from just $59. And don't miss pre-tear of hot tubs. Save thousands. Payments as low as $105 a month. It's the ultimate staycation, only at The Great Escape.
Shop The Great Escape.
Hey guys, we're celebrating the dog days of summer here at Midwest Bath with a bunch of our furry friends. The phrase dog days of summer dates back to the ancient Romans who kept track of the seasons by looking up at the sky. The star Sirius was known as the dog star because it rose during the hottest time of the year and had a nose-like resemblance of a dog. Now these pups love our beautiful walk-in showers, and so will you with our dog days of summer sale. Get a free shower door plus no interest for 24 months. Don't sit, don't stay. Pick up the phone and call Midwest Bath today.
My skincare advice? Use All Free Clear detergent, the #1 brand recommended by dermatologists. It's free from fragrance allergens found in leading scented detergents. Caring for your skin starts in the laundry room. Wash with All Free Clear.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
All right, let's face it. Life can feel like a never-ending to-do list. Between work deadlines, family responsibilities, and everything in between, stress has practically become a lifestyle. But here's the good news. You don't have to just get through it. With the right foods on your plate, you can actually bounce back stronger and feel balanced and, dare we say, even thrive. Ivy dietitian Caitlin Milligan joins us now in the QCL kitchen with some really good advice to manage our stress levels and boost our mood through food.
Yes.
Caitlin, welcome back. I was joking with you earlier. I feel like this segment is talking to me. I was just telling one of my coworkers that I'm a stress eater. I tend to like snack a lot when I'm stressed, but that's not necessarily the good thing. So having the right foods can really help balance our mood.
Oh yeah. And you know, if you're a stress eater, then maybe you can eat stuff that helps with your stress.
Yes.
And yeah, there's several things. One of them would be magnesium.
Yes.
And I suggest this to a lot of people. Magnesium has a lot of great capabilities for our body,
Sure,
but
yeah.
The best part is it relaxes our nervous system.
Yes.
So helps with digestion, helps with sleep, you name it. And there are several sources of magnesium.
Okay.
You know, you can find it in beans, almonds, pumpkin seeds, some tofu,
pumpkin seeds, okay.
and especially avocados.
I was going to say avocados are usually a big one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love avocados too because they've got like 9 grams of fiber.
Yeah.
And great omega-3 fats, which we'll talk about later.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention because this is called Recess Mood right here, and the flavor is strawberry rose. This caught the eye of me and one of our producers. So this is very healthy for us, and it has quite a bit of magnesium in it.
Yes, it's a magnesium supplement and also has adaptogens. So all of that together is going to help you relax. And, you know, and it's a nice drink to eat after work or drink after work.
Sure,
and, you know, so yeah, there's several supplements you can take too. And it kind of depends on what exactly you're really wanting to get. Whether it's
And leafy greens can be a really good way of magnesium as well. I mean, those are really easy to kind of sneak into different meals.
Yeah, and you know, and it's packed with so much other nutrition other than even just magnesium.
Sure,
so, and always great to have for part of your meal.
All right, so you kind of mentioned it earlier, but omega-3s, those are a big one that I think a lot of us really struggle to get that into our diet. So what can omega-3s help with?
So omega-3s really help with your brain functioning, joints, and it will also help with increasing your good cholesterol, decreasing your bad cholesterol. And we can't make it in our body, so we have to get it through food. And it's something that not everybody's always getting as much as they should. The best way to get it is fish, but some people aren't always into fish.
It's me.
Yep. So, you know, flax seeds, which you can ground these up and put them into a lot of baking items, or chia seeds. People put these in overnight oats or yogurt. And walnuts, which is funny because they can be kind of shaped like a brain. And they help our brain.
I've never thought of that, but yeah, you've got a point there. So walnuts might be a good one. You've also got chicken of the sea. This is the salmon patties. And sardines, the smelly old sardines. They may smell, but they're really good for us.
Yeah.
Really good for us.
And if that's not always the case, the omega-3 supplements or fish oil can also always be a substitute.
Sure. Okay. So taking one of these daily,
yes,
pretty much would help get us our daily need for it. Or okay. So if we don't want to eat the sardines or the fish, this would do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I really suggest everyone try to increase your omega-3s.
Yes.
Yes. And the nice part about this supplement is that it also has some B vitamins.
Okay.
Like some of the ones like B12, B6, the ones that can be tougher to get.
Yeah, so what are the difference between all of those B vitamins and why are those ones specifically so important?
So those are really great, especially in this segment. They help with our nervous system.
Oh, okay.
So they help with regulation, yes, of DNA synthesis and also serotonin, and it's just overall can be helpful. And you want a good variety of your B vitamins.
Yes.
Yeah. And
you want to make sure you have a balanced plate as well. So you brought a plate here to kind of show us the portions that we need in each meal.
Yeah. You would like to have half your plate be fruits and vegetables.
Yes, okay.
And then
I got to do better about that.
Yep, and nice, and then some grains. So maybe if it's whole wheat or like some legumes, that can be helpful to get all of that. And then if you have some lean meat, or if it's not always meat, it can be some lentils as well, or yeah, there's a variety of sources.
Yeah, and you've brought kind of an example here of a plate with, I see the avocados and the fish on it, little fruits, some grains as well.
Yep, and I love this because when you have your whole grains plus some healthy fat, which is from fish and avocados, and then you have whole grains with it as well, with some fiber.
Okay.
With all the fruits and vegetables.
All right. So yeah, and obviously you want to keep yourself nourished throughout the day because that really can help not only boost your energy, but hopefully reduce that stress. So Hy-Vee Dietitians, always a wealth of knowledge. And if you would like to schedule an appointment with one of them, or if you want to learn more about health screenings and nutrition counseling, be sure to visit them at hyvee.com/health. And of course, we'll put all of this information on our website, kwqc.com. Just click on the Quad Cities Live tab. Thank you so much, Caitlin, as always, for joining us today. We appreciate it. We'll still come in the second half of Quad Cities Live. Expert advice when it comes to harvesting your produce, the proper times to do so, plus a way you can help the community with excess items from your garden. We also have boredom busters for the kids that'll keep them engaged during their summer break. We'll have a cool creative art project coming your way. Plus, details on a new event happening in LeClaire, the first ever art walk. Summer is already halfway through, and if your kids are saying, Mom, Dad, I'm bored, your favorite words, right? Well, there's still ways to beat the boredom in the Quad Cities, especially at the Figge Art Museum. Keely Alexander is the Figge's Studio School Coordinator and joins us now with some fun, creative ideas to beat that boredom. Keely, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me back.
Yeah, we appreciate you. I know it's been very busy at the Figge this summer. If you haven't checked out the illumination of the Figge, I mean, you have to check it out. It's certainly a sight to see. So why is it important for our kids to really keep their brains active during the summer months?
Well, you always say that, you know, you don't want to lose too much, or you don't want them to be obviously too bored during the summertime. You always hear that, like you said.
Yeah.
But also, you know, giving them an art project is a really, to me, a healthy way to keep their brains active, because it's giving them that freedom to express themselves, be creative, and just kind of do what they want and how they want to do it too.
Yeah, and it really uses their brain, because we're always trying to prevent that brain drain.
Yes.
So, you know, a lot of kids, you know, what they like to do is use their devices, play the video games. So, I mean, there's a lot of benefits of stepping away from those devices.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we all kind of have that bad habit of constantly scrolling, and I certainly do sometimes. But, you know, stepping away from the screen is just going to help your eyes, help your brain. And also, you're still doing something that's engaging and doing something that you can take ownership in. And it's a little bit more fulfilling than just scrolling all day long.
Yeah, and you know, it's so, I mean, my problem is, I'm like, oh, I have to check something on my phone. And then I check something that leads to something else that pops up. And it's just, you know, a never-ending cycle. I'm sure that happens with kids as well, with attention spans and all of that stuff. So you brought a couple of art projects here, and the one that stood out to me, again, I was talking earlier, sparking the nostalgia, we've got the rainbow fish. So kids have an opportunity to stop by the museum and make a rainbow fish out of a different, is it magazine clippings?
Yep, so I used various, you know, magazines that we had on hand. You can use newspapers, even like, I would even suggest like junk mail or anything else like that. Anything that you've got laying around, at home. And it's really easy. All you need is just the simple, you know, cardstock, construction paper, you know, making the shape of your fish, and then also just the shape of the scales of whatever material paper you want to use and gluing it on. So it's not something that's too difficult.
And I mean, what kid doesn't like a good glue stick, right? So
yes,
that'll definitely keep them busy as well. So yeah, these are just everyday items. I mean, I know everyone, don't lie, you've got that pile of old mail that's just sitting on your kitchen table.
Absolutely.
All right, so these are really cool here. So these are taking everyday items and then kind of like pressing them and then using a paintbrush to paint them.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
I kind of took inspiration from these, from the fact that, you know, you're traveling a lot, whether it be, you know, on a more standard vacation or even a staycation at home in the Quad Cities. So these are nice because leaves, all that kind of stuff, eventually they're going to fall apart, and a lot of kids like to keep and collect those. So having air dry clay, whether it be Model Magic or any other type that you would buy from the store, or even homemade from like cornstarch, water, and glue, all of that kind of stuff, it's really easy to press on your leaves, your seashells, what other type of, you know, whatever kind of found object that your kids want to remember from their summer.
So yeah, maybe make it a little bit of an event and head outside and see what kind of different objects that we can press on the clay there. So that's another project that you can do. And then you've got some paper here. What are you showing us here?
Yeah, this is just all of the materials from, you know, mainly this project here, but you know, it's important to take a lot of the, you know, any kind of spare materials you have lying around. If you could even, like, I have notebook paper here, index card papers. If you've got that stuff left over from school still, you know you're not going to use it the following year, you know, being able to look up, you know, and do any type of interesting paper folding like origami or adding it to any other type of art project is, you know, very beneficial. Plus, it gets rid of whatever junk you have lying around too.
Well, I know that we're very big into paper airplanes in my house. We've been doing a lot of that lately. It also teaches the kids a little bit about recycling as well.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, well, so the Figge also offers a lot of classes. Is it too late to sign up for some of the summer classes?
Oh, no, definitely not.
Perfect.
There's still some options available. We've got another full week of Kaleidoscope coming up before the end of the month, and we also have some classes that are great for older kids as well, too, whether it be drawing or clay classes as well.
During the month of July, free admission to the Figge as well. This is a very unique opportunity and really a gift to our community.
Yes, absolutely. July, if you're going to visit us at least once a year, July is going to be your best bet. And we also have so much other, you know, activities going on. We have Second Saturday coming up actually this weekend. That's always for free and full of so many fun things to do. And, you know, we just have so many free opportunities that we try to advertise as frequently as possible, and so people can get out to the Figge, whether it be their first time or their 50th time joining us. So.
And you know, whether it's your first time or 50th, I mean, there's always something new going on at the Figge. So really, I mean, this is just a great resource for families during the summer, whether it's the start of summer, the middle, or the end.
Yes, absolutely, of course. And summer is also really good. We have some really awesome exhibits during our summer months as well, too. We have cats. We have new Renaissance paintings that just got in as well, too. That'll be with us for a while. And we also have our shoe exhibit that shows kind of the history of shoes throughout time. So
yeah, always changing there, always something new at the Figge. So if you would like more information about some of those programs happening this summer at the Figge, or take a look at all the exhibitions that are always changing throughout the year, you can find out what's going on at FiggeArtMuseum.org. Keely, we appreciate you being here and showing us some fun activities to do with the kids.
Of course.
We don't want to hear that they're bored.
No, definitely not.
All right, well, coming up on Quad Cities Live, the proper times that you should harvest from your garden to ensure the best flavor and freshness. Well, that advice from the Extension Service next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
If you are growing fruits and vegetables this season, you're probably out in the garden daily seeing how your plants are doing. So let's talk about the proper time to actually harvest those crops for proper freshness and flavor. Emily Swihart is back with us here in the QCL studio from the University of Illinois Extension. Emily, as always, welcome back.
My pleasure.
Yeah, good to see you.
It's gardening season.
It is gardening season, and we are all really itching to get our tomatoes, our cucumbers, all the great vegetables out of our garden.
Yes.
But we really need to keep a close eye before we harvest on some things. We really want to watch those pests.
Yes, we want to watch for pests and pathogens, and there's a couple of ways we do that.
Okay.
Just by monitoring, being in your garden, looking for pests. So I've been seeing squash bug a lot on my zucchini.
Okay.
Yep, I have a picture of the eggs. And so you probably will see this before you see the adults. The adults are tend to hide under different things.
Okay.
This is one example of a pest that we want to monitor for, and we want to take action. With the eggs, I just brush them off. You just pick them off.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. So this won't damage it if we take them away?
Nope, you just be real careful. Use your thumb, kind of scrape them away and remove the eggs. But there's a variety of different pests. This is a squash bug.
Okay.
But just keep an eye on it and then take action if it warrants. Sometimes it doesn't need to do anything. Extension can help people monitor or help determine whether they need to take action or not. But do it before it's too late.
Okay.
So
we don't want it to spread.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And then harvesting, the way we harvest can actually help either prevent or minimize our chances of spreading diseases.
Sure.
And so using clean tools, if we're using tools to harvest, we want to make sure that we clean them and we in between cuts. Harvesting when the plants are dry. So we want to harvest in the morning. Yeah, we want to harvest in the morning because that's when plants have had a chance to recover from the water loss from the day before.
Oh, sure, that makes
sense. Like at the end of the day, they kind of look just wilty. Well, they are because they've been losing water.
Right.
So overnight they recover. So if we harvest in the morning, that's best. But wait until the dew has dried. So you kind of have a sweet spot in there, so we don't transfer disease from different plant to plant. And take care not to damage your plants when you're harvesting.
So they'll just go and yank them out of the ground, right?
Yeah, right. Or like with squash, they're just such robust plants, like stepping on vines can crush them and then be a point of entry for disease. So just take care when you're harvesting in the garden.
Okay.
Then with the produce that you have harvested, to extend shelf life, to make sure that it is just the most delicious that it can be. Make sure that we're placing it into a container to carry it indoors. Make sure we're not stacking it too high so that things get crushed, especially if you have a lot of produce to be harvesting. Just take care. We don't want to damage the plants in the garden or the plant parts that we're bringing inside.
Yeah, we want to keep them as healthy as possible for as long as possible. So when do we know it's the right time to harvest? I'm sure it depends on which vegetable we're talking about, right?
Yeah, it absolutely does because it kind of depends on what plant part we're eating and how the plant grows. So I brought in a variety of different harvests from our garden.
Sure, yeah.
So just generally speaking, so when we're looking at things that are florets, like the broccoli here, this is the beginning of a flower. We're actually eating the beginnings of a flower head. And so we want to harvest it when it's just starting to form these buds. If it turns yellow or if it starts to go to flower, or bolt would be another term. It's too late and it gets bitter and yucky. So we want to
see this in my fridge before when it's too late. Obviously I don't eat them, but that makes sense,
Legumes, so we've got beans and peas, so it depends on how we want to eat them. So for peas, we're going, for these at least, we were going for the actual peas to pod and then eat those. So we would wait for them to fill out and so that the pod is totally robust and full. Beans, on the other hand, we're actually eating the pod part, and I don't want the beans to be fully developed. So it'll be when when the pod has extended, but they're not starting to fill out. Cucumbers. Depending on what you're going to do with them, you can harvest them at different sizes. You want to harvest them on the smaller end to minimize having all those seeds in there. If you ever had a cucumber where it's just like there's like a lot of seeds. They're kind of yucky. Edible, but kind of yucky. So it just depends on what you want to use it for and what size you want it and the type that you've planted. Also with cucumbers and like zucchini and squash, they produce a lot. We'll keep going through the season. So be out there regularly and harvest when it's time. Don't wait. Maybe even a day. It might be too long.
All right. So you keep an eye on the size. That's
And then our root crops. So we've got some carrots and some onions there. You want to be harvesting those when they've either reached the size that you want. And so for like carrots, it would be the size that you want to harvest them at. And you can just dig and test that. You know, you can't see them. So you got to dig and just test. With onions or with garlic, it's going to be when the foliage has started to decay, has been senesced and die. And then you can kind of tell that the bulb is then being fed all of those nutrients and that energy, and it's actually a carbohydrate storage bulb. I mean, that's what it's trying to do, is trying to overwinter. We just like to eat it. And so harvest it when the leaves have started to die off, and you can have the most robust full onion.
So say we want this carrot to be a little bigger, would we just stick it back in the ground then and it would be
not
okay?
This one.
Or
No,
not this one.
That's
this
why
one's
you
done?
do one at a time.
All right, you do one at a time. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell I'm not a gardener?
Yeah, you're okay. You're okay.
Yeah.
These are good questions.
So what happens? You know, you're in your garden. It's been thriving, overperforming, and you just have too much produce. Can't eat all those tomatoes in a couple weeks period. So what can we do with the excess produce?
Yes, I'm glad you asked, because that happens to a lot of gardeners. A lot of gardeners. We just have too much in our freezer, or we've eaten too much. We're done for the season.
Yeah.
Local food pantries are really good outlets for that extra produce. And we have a program, and right there on the screen, thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
You can scan the QR code or go to Tapestry Farm. Not all local pantries are capable of handling fresh produce. They don't have refrigeration, or they don't have regular pickup, and we don't want it to go bad before it can be used by our neighbors. So we have a list of pantries that have been, we've called and asked and talked to them about collecting this fresh produce.
Sure.
And so it's on there. We've done the work, and so we encourage Quad Cityans to share their garden harvests with neighbors.
Gift gardens.
Gift gardens, yeah.
That's a really good way to not let that food go to waste.
Yep, this is a program we're doing. You don't have to be part of the program. Everybody is welcome to be part of it, and they can sign up to have an official gift garden. And of course, we'd love to have everybody be part of that.
Definitely.
If you don't want to commit to a gift garden, that's okay. You can still donate to the local pantries, but we'll provide some extra resources for folks that are part of the gift garden program.
Yeah, and we'll be sure to put all this information on our website, kwqc.com. Just click the Quad Cities Live tab. Can't get that right today. But if you would like more detailed information on when to harvest a particular plant in your garden, or if you would like to get any horticultural information from Emily and her team, you can visit extension.illinois.edu/HMRS. Emily, as always, you're very knowledgeable, and we appreciate you sharing your insights.
It is my pleasure. Thanks, Kyle.
Thank you so much. Well, coming up, a new event for LeClaire. We'll have details on the Art Walk happening soon. That's next on Quad Cities Live.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Celebrating local art. That is the idea behind the inaugural LeClaire Art Walk presented by Crafted QC, and it's happening this Saturday. Penny Smith is here, the owner of Crafted QC. Penny, welcome back to the show. Very good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Yes, we appreciate it. So this is really, like I mentioned, a celebration of local art, and, and you want to give it a go here this weekend.
Yes, I think that with my getting to, with our art entity, and then 2 other shops have art also, it was time for an art walk. Some other small cities have done it, and so this is a first attempt here, but a majority of the businesses that are downtown are going to have a different artist. So there'll be like 3 artists that are live painting.
Oh, very cool.
Some of the artists will be in the shops, different shops, and presenting their works. Everything from photography, we have acrylic artists, things like that. So there's going to be a variety throughout.
All right, and we have some of the artists that are going to be at these different shops on the screen right now. So talk about some of the people that are going to be here. Who's going to be in your store?
That is Alicia Franks. She's from Geneseo. She is watercolor and acrylic. She does some teaching also. Levi here, that's right here in the front. He is a child artist that's 12.
Oh, cool.
Yep, he's been in our local art shows. That he's going to be right across at Aunt Hattie's.
Yeah.
Wide River Winery is having Alana Dawn, who is an amazing muralist.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she is just such an incredible.
She's done a live painting on our show before.
Oh, she's so good.
Yeah.
And Tony Cavallo, I think I got the name right.
Okay.
He's done amazing portraits. He's even presented one to the president. So I think it's just a celebration of some of our, I mean, there's all levels of art, but it's just such a great opportunity to celebrate that and see some of the artists that are around. So
yeah, maybe some that you've never heard of before either. So we're looking at some of the pieces here. Well, what's this one that we're looking at right here? It looks like
that's Mahara Jones. She's out of Geneseo. This is a pastel portrait of Last Supper. It's just a beautiful rendition of that image that you're so common you see.
Yeah.
So yeah, she also does acrylic, lino cut pen, so she's just an amazing artist.
Yeah, and like you said, it's all different forms of art. I mean, you mentioned photography as well.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and we got a nice photography or photograph right here of the old I-74 bridge. So again, sparking the nostalgia. If you want to check out something old, the I-74 bridge, lots of photos there as well.
Yes, absolutely. Tammy is having a book coming out next year.
She is, yeah.
Yeah. So the transition from the old to the new, she's gonna. She has a ton of different canvases at our shop, magnets, postcards, cards. So she's an amazing local talent also.
Yeah, so this Saturday is the Art Walk. Obviously, it's a free event. It's a good time to check out the businesses in LeClaire if you haven't been down there in quite some time. So talk a little bit more about your store. You've been there. You made the move from the Betplex to, I should say, the DPK Sports Complex area to LeClaire. How's that move been?
It was amazing. As soon as we opened our doors there, we were welcomed. It was October, so there was all those festivals going on. Sure. I ask every person if they've been in the shop before, and there are so many different tourists that come to LeClaire, and I'm so fortunate to have this sort of entity. There's over 100 makers that are making up everything that I have in the
100?
shop.
Wow.
Over 100. I'm probably
okay.
pushing 150.
Yeah.
Some people have only a couple items, some have more, but and there's always new. I mean, literally, there's some waiting for me to enter in for the weekend. That's another new, more new artists, so and makers, and this is just a big variety because you just don't know. I mean, there's so much to offer here. Everything from laser cut to, the traditional arts, and we just try to have a variety of all kinds of things in the shop.
Yeah, and you brought that variety here with us today. So even you've got the Blue House goods here as well. We've had them on the show, Yeah,
that's a seasoning, and it also makes dips. It's so good, so I had to bring it and show that off a little.
Oh yeah, so you've also got some classes that you always do every so often at Crafted QC. So you've got one coming up that you wanted to talk about as well.
Yes, Bedazzling Your
Look at that.
Favorite book, right?
Yeah.
So this is Eden who does this class. It's the first time we're going to have it here at the shop. You bring your favorite book, and she gives you all the supplies to bedazzle a favorite book.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be too crazy. It could just be like around the edges, like this one here. But
and then the one up here is completely, the whole thing's covered. So it depends on what your taste is and what the design is.
All right. So do people have to sign up for these events?
Yes.
Okay.
CraftedQC.com is where our workshop signups are.
All right. So what are some other workshops that might be down the pipeline for Crafted
We have
QC?
some painting coming up. There's a string art. You leave with 2 projects of different plant images. So that's coming up in beginning of August. We tend to have the chunky knit blankets very regularly.
The chunky knit blankets.
Yeah, the big old chunky, really soft blanket. So that's very popular. Barn quilt, you do an 18-inch square barn quilt painting of your choice of pattern and color. She does a great job with that. So cookie decorating is another one that's very popular.
Fun,
Yes, that's always very popular.
All right. The LeClaire Art Walk is this Saturday, July 12th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. inside all the shops in LeClaire. Scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen to see the Art Walk map, or you can head to Crafted QC's Facebook page to learn more information. Penny, always a pleasure.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And we appreciate you watching Quad Cities Live. Your local news at 4 is coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow.